Well, it's been more than a month, and police are still asking, where is baby Lisa? Now could a mystery phone call hold a clue? Joining me now on the phone, Joe Tacopina, the attorney for Deborah Bradley and Jeremy Irwin. Good morning to you, Joe.
Good morning, Gretchen.
All right, so we have this mystery phone call. The way the story went was that on the night that baby Lisa disappeared on October 4th, she was gone. And the parents also say that 3 of their personal cell phones were gone, except now there was a call made from one of those phones around midnight that night to a woman named Megan Wright. Do I have the story correct?
Yes, you do. And Megan Wright, Gretchen, it's important to remember that she has absolutely no relationship with Deborah. Deborah doesn't know Megan. Megan doesn't know Deborah. We've checked Deborah's phone records from inception on that phone. It's never once called that cell phone number before, the one belonging to Megan Wright.
Mm-hmm.
But the interesting connection here, and it starts to piece together with other evidence, which I think is becoming a substantial case, quite frankly, is Megan Wright was the on-again, off-again girlfriend of this guy Tanko, or better known as Jersey, this sort of, quasi-drifter in the area who had just finished work at 11:30 that night, within a few blocks of the Irwin residence. And don't forget, there was a couple neighbors, a husband and wife, who identified a male matching Jersey's description a little bit after midnight, holding a baby with a diaper on. Later, subsequently, and I'll skip over that gas station video because that's a piece of it too, but subsequently at 4 a.m., we have Mike Thompson making an identification describing an individual who looked, again, matching the descriptions of this individual Jersey, holding a baby with a diaper on. Now, that's 3 individuals who have no connection to the Irwin family, are credible human beings who've made similar descriptions, seeing a man matching Jersey's description, walking with a baby with a diaper on in the middle of the night.
Well,
obviously, that's a problem. When you couple it with that phone call, Gretchen, at midnight, I think we're onto something.
Well, I want our viewers to be able to listen to Megan Wright herself about that phone call that came to her phone at midnight on October 4th.
Apparently there was a 50-second phone call made from one of the family's phones to my cell phone. It's about 50 seconds in length. I don't know what was said or who called or who answered my phone.
Now, here's the interesting thing, Joe, is that police have gone on record as saying that they've interviewed Megan Wright. She's not involved in this case, according to them. They also say, more importantly, that they have interviewed Jersey, the bald man that you're talking about, who had a sometimes on and off again relationship with Megan Wright, and that he, too, has been cleared. So what do you make of that?
I really don't know what to make of it. It's baffling to me. If I were a defense lawyer representing Jersey and I had this kind of evidence against my client, I would be concerned. How they could clear someone when 3 individuals, have identified a man matching his description, carrying a baby with a diaper in the middle of the night in Kansas City, coupled with that phone call, how that phone call called Megan Wright's cell phone number, at midnight, coincidentally with these other facts, is baffling. I really would love to know what they've done to clear him, because I don't understand how they've cleared him. In any event.
There seems to be some confusion about your clients as well, the parents of baby Lisa, and whether or not they are actually suspects. Now, your attorney on the ground in Missouri, Joe Tacopina, had this to say.
Do you think police are focusing too much on the parents?
Absolutely.
Do you think police consider them suspects?
Oh, they've told them as much, sure.
What have they told them?
Just what you just said, and Debbie in particular.
All right, so Joe Tacopina says that the police have told the parents that they are suspects, but the police tell us that they're not suspects.
Well, look, I think with the police spokesperson is being very politically correct, and, he dances around words. They're not deemed suspects, and they're not, I guess, deemed suspects, but let's be realistic. What John was saying in that interview is simply what I've been saying all along. Within the first hours, Gretchen, of this baby going missing, and Deborah there wailing, begging for assistance, some of the interrogating police officers accused her of having a hand in her baby's disappearance. So whether they're officially deemed suspects or not, I think that's just semantics, quite frankly. These officers from the Kansas City PD I'm talking about, from day one, have insinuated and directly alleged that she had something to do with this.
But in the spirit of being fair and balanced, we do want to remind our viewers that she has admitted to being drunk that night. And so there are other extenuating circumstances here. So obviously we're not going to judge her guilt or innocence in this matter. But one other quick question. Are you advising these parents now to not speak at all to the media? Because the police are saying that they're not being cooperative. And I'm not saying that by talking to the media that means you're cooperative, but are you advising them to do that?
Not talking to the media, absolutely. I mean, when I came in there, I shut them down that first day about a month ago. About a month ago. We've stopped all communication with the media because, this was not, this was really turning into more of a media show than what it should be, which is really a hunt for this baby.
Right, but are you telling them not to cooperate with police either?
Oh, Gretchen, that's the most ridiculous thing. If I hear the police spokesperson say that one more time, we just last week for a second time brought the 6 and 8-year-old brothers of Lisa in for interview when we didn't have to. We've consented to every search they've requested, which we didn't have to. The parents, Jeremy and Deborah, collectively have submitted to over 40 hours of questioning over 5 times. And a lot of things that happened during those questioning were actually done in bad faith. Things that were said to them were really not proper and appropriate. So there's not been a dual sense of cooperation. Cooperation is not a one-way street, but let me just say this. They've answered every single question they can answer time and again regarding anything they knew about what happened that night. They have no answers as to what happened to their daughter. They're looking for them, but they have none. And I wish, again, the police would focus on some of these viable clues as opposed to just honing in on this lady.
Okay, and as she still remains missing, she celebrated her first birthday with no idea where she is.